Hello everybody. Yesterday I went and saw The Giver and oh my gosh. So me and my mom, we go, I make her read some famous young adult books like Divergent and Hunger Games. Well, she read this before me, The Giver. And she's like, Margaret, you gotta read it, you're gonna love it. It's the original dystopia, blah, blah, blah. So I read it and I did my review and you guys know I loved it. And you remember my trailer review how I was going in with low expectations accuracy-wise. I loved the actors, I loved the way that it seemed set up, but I did not think it was going to be accurate. What? I did not think it was going to be accurate at all because the trailer portrayed it as, based on the book rather than, an actual adaptation of the book. It was beautiful and, nearly perfect. It was, 85% accurate. Can we all agree on that? It totally was. Totally. I'm glad they bumped up the ages because is it believable at all that a 12 to 14-year-old would hike across the frozen terrain with a newborn baby? Or a new child, sorry. That's not believable, at all. So I'm glad that they got actors who were, 17, 19. It made it a lot more believable for maybe people who haven't read the book. If you haven't, can you tell me why? Do you have a logical explanation? There is none. That's a hint, there is none. But definitely recommend it. If you liked the book, you're going to like the movie. There was a few things that were changed, but everything that was important was hit. It was bam, the ceremony of 12. Bam, you get your bikes in. Or, it had everything. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Every very, very, very important pinpoint was there. And if they did change things, it was either A, elaborating something that was already there, because do you see this? Can you turn this into a 2-hour movie? No. You can't turn the little things in this into a 2-hour movie. That's very difficult. I mean, that'd be good, but it would be a 30-minute movie if you tried to do that because movies go faster or whatever. So off topic. If it did change, all it was doing was elaborating on something that was already there, or B, adding in something that didn't change the plot or make it, inaccurate. For instance, Asher's job. He's fun-loving, so he got the recreational leader thing or whatever in the book. In the movie, he was the pilot dude, director, some pilot. So that did not matter at all. In the book, there is nothing that shows detail really about his being the recreational leader. That has nothing to do with it. So, I felt like that was a okay change. I mean, they wanted Asher to have a bigger role, I think, because Asher in the book at the beginning, he's a thing, and then he kind of fades out because he's just the recreational leader dude who was a friend of Jonas's, but Jonas is busy, so with other situations, not taking my injection. But so I thought it was cool what they did with Asher, so that we got more of him, and he wasn't just there. So there. That was funny. Now they did change one thing where Meryl Streep was all yeah, I want you to find him and then lose him or whatever. So he did use the thing and the jet, and then is it a jet? What is it called? Hovercraft or something? I do not remember what it's called. Let's go with jet. You know what I mean. The jet, and it goes and sucks up Gabe and then the Jonas, and then I feel like my mom agreed with this. I feel like Asher, he did have to lose Jonas because that's what Meryl Streep told him to do, and he knew that he would have to. I think he might have given him the simplest, easiest landing he could have. Those big rushing waves and currents water that he dropped him into, but he found the place that was smoothest and calmest to drop him into. He had to do something, but I feel like that he is still his friend, so he felt like he needed to do the gentlest thing he could. Another thing I'm so glad they changed was the relationship between Jonas and Fiona. We know that in the book he stops taking, stop taking his injection in the movie, but his pill in the book. So he starts feeling more romantic feelings for Fiona. And then, that doesn't really change because they're 12. But then, does he ever, I can't remember. In the book, does he convince Fiona not to take it so that she feels the same? I can't remember that. I don't remember. But he does in the movie, and I'm so glad because that way we could have some of their relationship and their kiss. It was so cute. Oh, so sweet. So sweet. So sweet. And I loved the casting. Jonas was adorable, and like there were so many things about him that just like my heart, he was so innocent and naive that it was really funny. Like whenever he saw the piano and he's like, "Is that a table?" The food would slide right off. He just said it so casually. He was so adorable. He looked like a puppy. And then my heart like did this whenever he said, "I love you, Gabe," and like, oh my gosh, so cute. He was already adorable, and then he said that, and I'm like, do you and we gotta hang out? That'd be awesome. Like, it was the cutest thing ever. So, I love you, Gabriel. Oh my gosh, that was so cute. I loved all the memories that the giver gave him about like the dances and the wedding and then like the elephant and then the war and just whatever. Taylor Swift did great as Rosemary, and whenever I saw the piano, I'm like, oh, Rosemary's gonna be there. It's like I had a good teacher. I'm like, that was Taylor Swift. So, and you know, like I said in my trailer review, I didn't really care who played Rosemary because I mean she wasn't given much of a physical description, so it didn't really matter. But anyway, seriously though, it was amazing. I loved Odeya Rush's Fiona. I thought she was beautiful, and I knew Fiona was supposed to be beautiful. And then her and Jonas together were just like, oh, my heart is just stabbed me in the feels whenever he was like, I love you, Gabriel. It was so cute. And I loved how Jonas went home and danced with Lily. It was so sweet. How do you think that actress was feeling dancing with Britton Thwaites? I'm in. But like, it was so sweet, but can I talk about who I hated? And that's the mom. Her, like, only line was precision of language. And I'm like, can you not? Like, can you, like, please go away? You're getting on my nerves. My heart, whenever he released the baby and then it just stopped squirming, I'm like, oh my gosh. It was, like, awful. And my mom was with me and she was, like, tearing up because she didn't want to imagine because, like, I have a baby brother. And she didn't want to imagine that happening. It was so sad. It was a beautiful and touching movie. It just reminded me of how amazing humans can be because we've created so many things. We have so many amazing memories. In flashbacks, some of it was kind of modern. Like, if you saw that one dude breakdancing with graffiti on the wall. Like, okay, I whispered this to my mom. Like, it shows, like, an Italian wedding and then an African campfire. And then it showed that one dude breakdancing with the graffiti, and I'm like, that's us. It was kind of embarrassing because, like, that's what we got. That's the memory that we had to have. It was breakdancing and graffiti because it was obviously modern, but it was kind of funny. But it just reminded me of how much good humans can do. How that in the future, like, if he saw all those things and thought about us, then that means that we're a great thing. Like, we can also be terrible, like with the elephant and with war. But we're also capable of amazing things, and it just kind of reminded me of that. And then Jeff Bridges did perfect as the giver. Britton Thwaites was perfect as Jonas. Fiona was perfect. Mom was fine, and Dad was okay. And Meryl Streep as what's her phrase, the Chief Elder. I thought she did good. I really, really, really did because. To me, the Chief Elder, I think Christine and Kat pointed this out in their review of the movie, is that the Chief Elder doesn't know that she's doing anything wrong. She genuinely thinks that if we do this, peace. If we do this, you know, people won't have to make choices and it won't go bad. She's not like Jadine Matthews where she's like trying to be controlling. She honestly thinks that's right. She honestly thinks that's what she should be doing. So, you know, she was fine. She did great. She really did. All these actors just did fantastic portraying the roles. And I even told myself, I said, I'm going in with low expectations for accuracy. Not because of, like, I knew there was going to be awesome acting and amazing sets and costumes and beautiful things like that. But I had a very, very low expectation for accuracy. I was blown away. Absolutely blown away. And Christine and Kat also mentioned this, and my mom leaned over and whispered to me this, and I think the same thing. Was Meryl Streep the giver's, like, lover or something? Because whenever they were talking about Rosemary, she's like, how do you think I could forget her? He was like, the girl has a name, and she was like, do you think I could forget her name? And it's like, what if that was, like, her daughter or something? That'd be really cool. But I completely agree with that. My mom was like, what? And I'm like, so it was fantastic. It blew me away. I had no idea it was going to be that accurate and perfect and beautiful and gorgeous and amazing. So go see it. If you liked the book, if you didn't like the book, some people are arguing that they liked the movie more than the book, and I can kind of agree with that. But I don't know if it's just because I love the actors or just because I was so excited for it. I don't really care. I love them both. It was so accurate that I love them both equally. But definitely go see it. If you haven't, you really need to. You'll love it. I promise. I promise. Comment down below your thoughts about the movie. Thank you guys. Bye.